If you are looking for a relationship, please watch out for this kind of guy. I wanted to tell you about a guy that I met my last week in London. If this situation did not have situationship written all over it, had I not known better, I would have fallen into this trap. This is a super cute guy. We met for coffee and a walk, and to be honest, this is why we don't do coffee and walk, because this is the type of guy that it attracts. I literally had like 30 minutes and he was right next door to me, so I was like, hey, do you want to just like grab a coffee and take a little walk? Like, it was my idea, okay? Sitting there on a park bench, and I'm asking him questions to get to know him. He's asking questions to get to know me, and I ask him this question. This is probably the most important question that you could probably ask. How they answer it says absolutely everything that you need to know. Very first date, stop wasting your emotions on bullshit. I asked him, what are your intentions on Hinge? Like, what are you doing on Hinge? Like, there's other ways you can ask this, like, what are you looking for? What are your intentions in dating? What do you want? Some of you might think, oh, it's like a little too soon to be asking this question, but if you want to avoid a situationship, ask the fucking question. His answer said everything that I needed to know about how I wanted to proceed. His answer was this: I really love my life right now. I love my friends. I love doing my own thing. But if someone were to come along, I would be open to entertaining that. But I just really love my life the way that it is right now. And had I been the Gabby from years ago, I would have taken that as he's open. That's the only thing that I'm hearing, is that he's open to finding someone. Here's what you need to watch out for. The guy that's unclear about his answer. He first said, I love my life the way that it is right now. So that's saying, okay, like, I'm not really open. And then he proceeded to say, but I'm open, but I'm not open. Now in dating, I'm quick to call out these things because I'm aware of what that actually means. It means that he doesn't know what he wants. A guy that knows what he wants is very clear in his answers. Like, yes, I want to spend my life with someone. I'm looking for a partner. A guy that's actually wanting that is going to clearly say that.
Okay, so I'm not familiar with this creator and dating coach, Gabby. Honestly, I do think that it is great that she recognized that this man from London was not genuinely interested in taking her seriously and so chose to not get involved. A win is a win. Boundaries, ladies, they work. Now, that said, I don't know about you, but I do think that a lot of dating coaches today are chronically single scam artists. I think that a lot of the advice out there is misguided. It's often reactive, manipulative, and born of victim mentality and projection. There's a few reasons why I don't advertise myself as a dating coach. I believe that a better relationship with others is predicated and founded in having a better relationship with ourselves first. And as good as my own track record is with getting my foot in the door and having consistent access to relationships in my life, until I have more evidence and success and experience in building healthy, lasting relationships, I will continue to remain relatively conservative in my ability to coach others on how to date. But that does not mean that I don't have my own thoughts and opinions. For example, this whole tired debate over coffee dates is ridiculous to me. Saying that that's why we don't do coffee dates is such a limited and fear-based mentality that has far too many women today sounding and acting like that Cheesecake Factory girl. It's actually kind of sad to think that you are more concerned about what reimbursement or what arbitrary dollar amount you are getting from the first interaction with a total stranger than the humanity of simply sharing a little time to get to know a person to see if you click. And you wonder why you continue to align with people who match your energy and mentality, who are also more concerned about what they can get out of you without knowing you as a person. I'm sorry if you have been played in the past for free by brokies and dusties and now feel like you need to overcorrect and have started to equate money spent on you by strangers with your value as a person, but that is a you problem. Too many of y'all are hyperfixated on validation and attention and checking off boxes and spotting red flags and have very little ability with discernment, integrity, and self-awareness. You're out here looking for the sticks in everyone else's eyes when you have an entire forest in your own. And guess what? You can't see the forest for the trees. The fact is, there are plenty of kind, loyal, financially successful provider mentality men who prefer a casual and convenient first meetup. Some of them may even do so in order to avoid the type of women who are overly entitled and materialistic. And there are plenty of men who are absolute degenerates and playboys who wine and dine women on the weekends because their likelihood of attaining sex on the first date is astronomically higher. Some of these men even expect it.
Don't go on coffee dates with a girl for a first date, because one of the reasons why we don't do that, or why it's bad, it's not that you have to have sex with us on the first date, but when you cut our balls off before the date even starts by saying coffee because there's no chance we're going to have sex.
Listen, if you have patterns, patterns of falling for situationships and getting attached to men you find attractive who give you a little bit of attention and falling too quickly for things to only get played in the end, whether it's over coffee or dinner, if the end result is the same, doesn't matter. Some of you ladies are just trying to cope with relationship rejection by telling yourself that he cared more about you because he spent a little bit more money on you to get what he wanted from you. Whether it started with an ice cream cone or with steak and lobster, a situationship is a situationship, in my opinion. And about this whole idea that asking a man's intentions is like some sort of magical spell that will cast out all boys is extremely misguided. Granted, it is a step in the right direction because it does mean that you are thinking beyond your emotions and desires in the moment and considering the consequences of who you choose and where that road is heading. This is a good thing. But did you know how easy it is? How easy it is to tell a girl that I'm looking for the one and then wine and dine her knowing that that is the fastest route to her bedroom, and then a few weeks later get vulnerable with her and tell her how I've been hurt before in the past, and getting closer to her and falling in love with her is starting to show me that maybe I'm just not as ready to open up with someone so deeply again just yet, and she is just so amazing and deserves someone who is actually ready to be what she needs. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Asking about intentions is good. Asking about how they spend their free time is good. Asking about who their role models are is good. But in the end, no matter what they tell you, their integrity is only revealed over time. And your boundaries are the only litmus test for flag color. Don't be afraid to slow things down. You will never lose the right man that way. For example, tell him that you're not going to hook up the first time that you're about to hook up with him and see what happens. You learn a lot about a person when you tell them no. The men who are interested in long-term investments are willing to take their time to get to know the company that they are making their bed with. Only men with short-term mindsets who see you as a pump and dump investment to serve them will be uninterested in taking a little more time to court you. Generally speaking, men set the intention and the direction of the relationship, while women limit the speed and decide which car they want to get into. Anyways, I think I've said enough on this topic for now. I will just be rambling after this point. But since I've put on a whole clinic for y'all, I would love to hear your comments, your questions, and your concerns. So please leave them down below and let's talk about it. Oh, and if you've made it this far, I commend your patience. Please hit that like button for me, would you?